Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Thursday, May the 10th, 2018, and today in our Tech News Update we have ZTE. That, of course, a lot of things been happening. Phone sales were pretty much banned, if not banned. Most companies are now not selling ZTE devices, and now with the ban on from the US, that renders it almost impossible to get parts for the phones from US companies. ZTE has finally decided to shut down the majority of its operations. That means that it's close to being gone. We'll see what happens with that. They had talked about last week of creating their own chips. Maybe they could work towards that and then come back later, but for now it seems that ZTE is stopping pretty much everything. Well, the Windows 10 Mail app is soon to get the next generation of Fluent design elements. That's called Density. Right now, it's starting to show, but it's still very, very basic and doesn't really help that much. But it's a way to have the app adapt depending on the screen size and resolution, meaning you use a Mail app in a small screen or in a 50-inch TV. It should scale correctly. It should scale right. The density of everything should be proportional. So this is going to be interesting to see how they actually have this working. But kind of cool to see that the second element of Fluent Design is now starting to show up. Well, rumors that that Apple might actually be stopping production of the Mac Mini is creating a little stir in the Apple world, because a lot of people are saying, no, keep the Mac Mini. And you got to remember that the Mac Mini is one of those little Mac computers that a lot of people that don't want to pay really high price for a Mac but still get something that's cool and works well, use the Mac Mini. I have great examples around me that people buy Mac Minis because they're less expensive and they actually do the job. So it's really an inexpensive way to get a Mac computer, basically. So that is going to be interesting, and we'll see if they really drop it or refresh the Mac Mini line. Google will be using artificial intelligence in Android P version that will learn and predict what you do on your smartphone. Why? Because that will also help your smartphone adjust the power consumption, so that basically it can try to make your battery last longer by adjusting or changing different settings as you go through, and it will learn your pattern of what you do in a day and a week and try to make your battery last longer thanks to that. Well, a report from crashes of self-driving car, and also Uber, that just had to report that there was a little glitch, is an exception to the rule, because they were saying that every self-driving car crashes that they've seen are simply showing that humans are horrible at driving cars, and that autonomous vehicles are really the best solution for lower fatalities. There's more and more reports. It's a very interesting side, because I see the people that are like, yeah, I don't think self-driving cars are that good, or gonna, and every report that comes out, yes, of course there will be glitches. Yes, of course sometimes there'll be somebody that will die, like it just happened with the Uber car. But in the overall schemes of things, self-driving cars are a million times better at driving than humans. Well, Google Drive is the next element to get an upgrade in what Google calls material design. We've seen the more modern design in Gmail, and now it's on Google Drive. So it gets upgraded to material design. Looks more modern, more interesting. So it's rolling out. If you want to see it, just check it out. A interesting little conversation that some people were having about how basically through build, they didn't talk much about Cortana. And it scared some people, saying, is Microsoft abandoning Cortana? Microsoft exec yesterday confirmed, nope, Cortana is not going away at all. It's here to stay for a long time, and that there are great things apparently coming to Cortana. Well, Apple least liked feature, basically the notch, and in a survey that was done a few months ago, all iPhone 10 owners love their phone except the notch. Well, it seems that that notch design is actually coming to other phones and smaller phones, including the soon to be released iPhone 2 SE, lower cost, will also have a notch apparently. Well, Apple just announced that after 3 years of trying to get approvals, have tons of delays of all sorts of little things happening, the $1 billion data center that Apple wanted to build in Ireland is now something that will never happen. Apple has decided that to pull the plug and say, nope, finally we're not going to do that. It's just way too complex with all the things that are happening right now. Spotify says it won't let artists that have hateful comments or hurtful comments go through. That just tells me that there will be a lot of artists that will be banned from Spotify if you take it in that sense. So apparently when artists have really hateful comments in their songs, they will be either pushed back, meaning it will be more difficult to find, or completely banned from the service. Having problems with Instagram the last 24 hours? Well, a lot of people have been complaining, and yes, there are some outages that have been seen here and there with users that are unable to use the system. But all is back to normal, says the company right now. This was the Tech News Update for Thursday, May the 10th, 2018. You enjoy our videos? Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.